What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be doing a football IQ quiz to test your knowledge of the position. So I'm going to be drawing up some things on this whiteboard behind me here, quizzing you on some things, giving you a chance to pause the video and think about your answer. Then we'll talk about what the correct answer is and how you can learn from these questions. Now, fellas, before we break down the correct answer to that question, if you are a QB or wide receiver watching this video and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we're going to be traveling out to 15 different cities across the entire country for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camp. So guys, go to that very first link in the description below of this video if you want some more information and you want to sign up. We limit spots for all of our camps simply so we can work with each one of you guys individually. Can't do that if we have a million people in a line and we got to go as fast as we can because we're on a time schedule. That's not what we do. It's not who we are. We take the time to actually develop you, coach you up, tell you what you're doing wrong to improve your skills. So our next camp, you guys, is going to be in San Francisco, California. They'll be coming out to Orlando, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, Columbia, South Carolina. Then we'll be coming out to Seattle, Washington, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Nashville, Tennessee, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, Columbus, Ohio, Boston, Massachusetts, Salt Lake City, Utah, and finishing it off in Los Angeles, California. So guys, you want some info, you want to sign up, go to that very first link in the description below. We'd love to have you there. Now, fellas, if you said that this was a cover 6 defense, that would be correct. So let's draw up a cover 6 defense. So cover 6, for those of you that don't know, maybe those of you that got this wrong, cover 6 is when one side of the field is in cover 2 and the other side of the field is in cover 4. So cover 2 is when the corner is sitting in the flats. That's why I made it a point to tell you that this guy was 5 yards or less pressed up outside leverage, and this safety is in charge of the deep half of the field. That's why I made it a point to tell you he was in a back pedal stance and he was at about 12 yards because he has a lot of ground to cover, so naturally he's going to be deeper and in a back pedal stance. Cover 4, since the corner is 7 to 8 yards off, and I made the point to tell you he was in a back pedal stance, that tells you that he might be dropping. This safety's a little bit closer in a squatted stance, so he's not as threatened by the deep half, so he's going to be in that type of stance and a little bit closer. And then obviously, like, this guy's playing hook to curl, he's playing, I would say, hook to curl, and he's playing the flats over here. I didn't really mention that. I wanted you guys to focus more so on the secondary, but that is a cover 6 defense. So one side of the field is in 2 and the other side of the field is in 4. Now the next question on our football IQ quiz, you guys, is going to be about a Mills concept. So I'm going to drop a Mills concept, kind of explain what it is, and then ask you a question about it, okay? So a Mills concept, we're going to be treating this like it's a doubles Mills concept. You could run this out of 3x1, but we're going to do doubles just for this specific example because we talked about Mills and 3x1 earlier this week on one of our videos. So on the left side, we are going to have a deep post, a dig, a drag, and then like a fade backside. So that would be considered a Mills concept. Anytime that you have a deep post and a dig and then a drag coming back underneath it, that would be generally your Mills concept, okay? So now, question that I have for you guys. Do you think a Mills concept would be better versus a 1-high defense or 2-high defense? So pause the video, think about your answer. Would a Mills concept be better versus a 1-high defense or 2-high defense? You guys go ahead and pause the video and think about your answer. So fellas, if you guys said 2-high, that would be correct. So let's talk about why it's 2-high. So let's say I got a free safety over here. I got a strong safety over here. We got a corner, Will backer, Mike backer, Sam backer. So the reason why we like this versus 2-high, specifically cover 4, is that we could isolate this safety and this backer. Okay, so let's talk about it. If that safety backs up with the deep post, I look to throw the dig. This Will backer backs up with the dig, I throw the drag, right? So it kind of keeps it on that side of the field. Now, we don't like it versus 1-high because if this free safety, let's say we got a free safety in the middle of the field, let's say this strong safety is rolled down here. Let's say it's like a 4-4 cover 3. That free safety could take the deep post. The dig could be taken by the Mike and also by the Sam backer. So the first window of the dig and the second window of the dig could be taken, and then the Will backer could sit down and also play the drag. So they kind of have an answer for everything that we are doing if they were to go with a 1-high defense. If it was cover 1, probably don't like this versus man coverage. The drag would be hard to hit because I'd be getting a little bit of pressure. And versus cover 2, it could work. You got to be wary of this corner who's sitting in the flats. He may try to make a play on the drag, but if it's cover 2, it's the same type of read. Free safety bail bails, look to throw the dig. Will takes it away, look to throw the drag. So we love this Mills concept versus a 2-high defense, and if you said 2-high defense, you're 100% correct. So fellas, the next question on our football IQ quiz is going to be based on like what coverage we see pre-snap and which side of the field do we want to work. So this is going to be a quick game passing concept, super simple. Then I'm going to drop a coverage and I'll ask my question, okay? So left side, we got double slants, all right? So we have a slant, and then a slant. The slant from the slot's always a little bit skinnier. Then on the right side, we have a bubble from the slot, and then a slant from the outside receiver, okay? So the coverage in question is gonna be cover 2. So we just talked about that a little bit. So we got a cover 2 defense, right? So let me draw this up before I ask my question. So we got free safety, strong safety, who's kind of out of the equation on this play. Corner, Will, Mike, Sam. So remember, safety's got the deep halves. Corners are sitting in the flats, right? Hook to curl, middle hook to curl, hook to curl. Okay? So based on what we know about cover 2, here's my question. From a quarterback perspective or an offensive coordinator perspective, whatever, what side of the field, you come up to the line, you see that it's cover 2. You know for a fact it's cover 2. Safeties are wide, safeties are deep, corners are pressed, outside leverage, looking at the quarterback. Okay, it's cover 2. What side of the field are you working? Are you working the left side or are you working the right side? Which side of the field are you working? So you guys can go ahead and pause the video and think about your answer. So fellas, the correct answer would be the left side of the field. Here's why. They have an answer for both routes on the right side of the field. Think about it. That corner is going to crash hard on that bubble screen, and if we throw it, he's going to kill him. We want to throw the slant right off the break. If my eyes start working to the right, that outside backer is going to take it away first window. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, couldn't we just let the slant develop? You have to understand about quick game passing concepts. The offensive line is in quick game pass pro. So what that means is that your tackles and your guard are they're not kick stepping. Their job is just to punch, hold strong just for a quick second because the QB's taking a quick game drop and he's got to get the ball out of his hands. They can't hold that for forever. Okay, so we can't sit there and wait and wait and wait. And if we sit there and wait, guess what the Mike backer's going to do? He's going to read my eyes and probably get to the second window of that throw. We probably won't have it. Left side of the field, easy read, you guys, because the corner's really going to sit. He'll be outside leverage, so we like the slant. Our read would be this outside backer. If that outside backer widens, bam, easy money. He stays, bam, easy money. So we like the double slant versus cover 2 rather than the slant bubble. If it was like cover 4, you could work the slant bubble because if that outside backer runs, corner's bailing, we got a window right there. But it's all about having that clean window, and that's why we'd work the left side on this concept.